Hola, soy yo Vicky otra vez. It's me, Vicky, again. And today we're going shopping. Now, um, vamos de compras en español. So, vamos a mirar cosas que típicamente yo tengo en mi casa siempre. Things that I always have in my house. Un día, después de todo este rollo con confinamiento y todo eso, one day after all the confinements and things are over, voy de compras realmente en un supermercado con el video. I'm going to go shopping, really shopping in a supermarket with my video, so we can look at more things then. Podremos mirar más cosas cuando puedo hacer eso. Hoy solo puedo enseñar las cosas que tengo yo en casa. Today I can only show you the things that I have at home, but one day, hopefully soon, fingers crossed, dedos cruzados, un día podremos ir de compras en un supermercado. Maybe one day we can actually go shopping in a supermarket, and then I can show you lots of different things, not just what I have. Okay, so vamos de compras. A un supermercado. That's a supermarket. Probably most of you know that a supermarket is el supermercado. Para ir de compras en un supermercado necesitamos bolsas. Bolsas reutilizables, reusable bags we need now. Yo tengo muchas. I have loads of them, I'm sure you do too. Seguro que tú también tienes muchas bolsas. Remember they're bolsas, not bolsos. It's one of those strange masculine, feminine things in Spanish, that your handbag, that normally is associated with a woman, is a bolso, is masculine, but your shopping bag is a bolsa. So it's important to remember it's a bolsa, not a bolso. And we go off to the supermercado, and there we get un carro. We get a trolley, carro. So that's how we say trolley in Spanish. Now, in South America, they do use carro for car, but in Spain, you never use carro. For car, carro is a trolley, and a car is a coche in Spain. So there are some words that are quite different in South American Spanish and Spanish, just as there are in American English and English. So it's important to know the difference, because you could be speaking to somebody South American or Spanish, even when you're in Spain. There are lots of South Americans here, so it's important. Okay, so let's have a look at the different things that I have in my kitchen. So las cosas que tengo yo en mi cocina, en mi frigorífico, cosas que siempre tengo en casa. Okay, I've got to do it in a certain order, so we'll see. So number one is arroz, el arroz. Rice, probably my favorite, one of my favorite, uno de mis favoritos, arroz. Always, siempre en mi casa tengo arroz. Para paella, para curry, para todas las cosas. So, arroz siempre tengo en mi casa. Eso es número uno. Número dos, también siempre tengo en mi casa, agua. Now, agua ends in an A, but it's actually masculine. It's el agua. It remains feminine when you're describing it. So if you're saying that the water is cold, you'll say el agua es fría. The reason why we use el, so technically it's not really masculine, it's just so that we're not saying la agua, which is a bit tricky. A followed by A. So they change it to el agua, but it is still a feminine noun. Just have a little drink while we're around. On water or agua. Okay, number 3, número 3. Always in my house for the morning. Siempre en mi casa para la mañana. Café. Café muy importante por la mañana para mí. 2 o 3 cafés por la mañana. Now, café instantáneo is not so popular in Spain, okay, as it is in maybe the UK. In Spain, in normal circumstances normales, es más común ir a una cafetería para tomar un café, como es muy barato tomar café en cafetería, entonces es menos normal tomar café en casa. O si lo toman en casa tienen una máquina a lo mejor o algo, pero no digo que no, los españoles nunca beben café instantáneo. Of course they do, but it's more common to go to a cafeteria. But this is masculine, is el café. Sorry, knocking things over. Okay, so number 4. Número 4. God, I've got them all lined up in front of me. Very nice, easy word, bacon. El bacon, que se pronuncia más o menos igual, se escribe un poco diferente. So, as you can see, we spell it a little bit more differently in Spanish, but it's pronounced more or less the same. El bacon. No es tan normal en España comer bacon para desayuno como es en Inglaterra o en Gran Bretaña. It's not so common to eat bacon for breakfast as it is in the UK, but claro que comen bacon, pero en diferentes formas. Ok, so eso es número 4, bacon. Número 5 es mi favorito. Claro que todos son mis favoritos porque están ahora mismo en mi casa. All these things that I'm showing you are all my favourites because otherwise they wouldn't be here in the house at the moment. But pasta, and that is a nice easy word. It's exactly the same. Pasta, la pasta. Exactamente igual. Now these in particular are macarones. Yeah, macarones. So when we talk about macarones in Spain, we're not talking about macaroni cheese or a potato. It's just the style of the pasta. These are macarones. I like all kinds of pasta. Spaghetti, tallarines, which are noodles, espirales, you know, the spiral ones. To me, it doesn't matter. I like all of them. So, and so pasta in general is la pasta, and which incidentally you can also use for money in Spanish. So that's interesting. Okay, so número 5, pasta. Now, número 6, tengo 3 diferentes. We're going to look at pimientos. Pimientos are peppers. Yeah, and you can have, of course, a pimiento verde. Me gusta mucho. Pimiento verde. Pimiento rojo, yeah, pimiento rojo, pimiento amarillo, and actually as I'm on the video doing this, I always get, yes, even me, a crisis of confidence with whether it's pimiento or pimienta. because there are two ways of saying pepper, and it depends if it ends in an O or an A, and I just want to check it because I don't want to do it all wrong and then afterwards realise and then think, oh, said that all wrong on the video. It wouldn't be the first time, but you know. So it's important to know that everybody wonders about masculine and feminine sometimes. And in fact, I always remember when I was actually learning Spanish, sorry, I know I'm digressing as I quite often do. El pimiento. Sí, so el pimiento is this kind of pepper that I'm looking at so far. The green pepper and the red pepper and the yellow pepper. Yeah? Why am I saying it in English? So it's pimiento verde, pimiento rojo, pimiento amarillo. Yeah, I remember when I was learning Spanish, and my Spanish teacher, who was Spanish, had to go out and find out. Of course, we didn't have the luxury of Google then to just check it. Had to actually go out and investigate and ask a lot of people to find out, you know, whether something was masculine or feminine. So nobody's perfect. So pimiento for those kind of peppers. So that was, I should say, número 6. So pimiento. Un pimiento is a pepper of that type, and then of course you just add the colour. Okay. Número 7 is onion, which in Spanish is cebolla. Cebolla. Huele bien. Smells nice. Onions, cebollas, la cebolla. And that was number 7. Número 8, la patata, the potato. So it's actually feminine in Spanish. Sometimes you'll hear them called papas, la papa for short. But patata is what you should use for it. I always have potatoes in my house. Okay, so la patata, another thing. Now, what you might notice is apart from the veg and fruit, one piece of fruit that I'll be showing you, everything in my house is unhealthy. But anyway, there you go. So, mayonnaise, la mayonesa. La mayonesa me gusta mucho y bueno, es malo, pero da igual, me gusta. I don't care really. I know it's not really good for you, but there you go. I like it. So, and then, so that was número 9, la mayonesa. Now, número 10 is the other kind of pepper. So this is la pimienta. This is la pimienta negra. Yeah, this is black pepper that I like very much and is always in my house. And you know what I forgot to put here is salt, which is sal. Just I'll add that to that. So you've got pimienta for pepper and sal for salt, but I haven't brought up my salt to show you. Okay, y número 11 es una verdura, tipo de verdura, my favorite vegetable probably, which are champiñones, mushrooms, los champiñones. Y yo como champiñones con casi todas las comidas. Nearly all the meals I eat onions, mushrooms, champiñones. Y un novio mío un día me dijo, David se llamaba, me dijo, ¿qué vas a comer hoy con tus champiñones? What are you going to eat today with your mushrooms? Because I start with the mushrooms and then expand on that. So mushrooms, número 11, champiñones. Okay, número 12, another favorite, otro favorito mío, muy importante, el tomate. So this is nice and easy. El tomate. And tomatoes, of course, are supposed to have anti-carcinogenic properties. So dicen que son muy buenos contra el cáncer. Dedos cruzados, fingers crossed. I certainly eat enough of them. So es verdad que como muchos tomates. So eso es número 2 de tomatoes. Número 13. Jengibre. This is fantastic food. I think again it's good for you. It's good for you, and I think more commonly now we eat ginger. Yo empecé a comer jengibre hace muchos años porque tenía un novio. See, these boyfriends have a lot to answer for. Tenía un novio de Hong Kong y él me enseñaba a cocinar chino, comida china. Y nearly always has ginger in it, ginger, and the Chinese live long lives, so we've got to believe there's something in it. He swore by it. Ginger, if you're worrying about COVID, things like that, then ginger is good. You should put it in most of your food. It's supposed to have those properties. My favourite expression in this video is dedos cruzados. So jengibre is ginger, número 13. Otra comida muy especial para ayudar cuando estés enfermo. If you're ill and you make a soup, put garlic in it and ginger and chicken, of course. Chicken is, I noticed I've got no meat in at the moment, so there's no, apart from the bacon, there's not really any meat in this video, but anyway, as I say, I could only use the things I've got in. Un día haré un video en un supermercado con todas las cosas. One day I will do a video in a supermarket. Ajo, el ajo, yeah, garlic, very good for you. Of course it smells, huele, pero so es mejor si tú tomas ajo, tu pareja también. Your partner should as well because it does smell. But anyway, it's good for you. It's more important you're alive than you smell of garlic, I think. Entonces, número 14, el ajo. ¿Qué tenemos? Número 15. Número 15 es mantequilla. La mantequilla. Butter, not margarine. La mantequilla is butter, okay? And again, yo soy muy mala. A mí me gustan todas las cosas malas, ¿vale? Mantequilla me gusta mucho. I'm going to concentrate a little bit on dairy products because the next thing is nata. Now this is nata ligera. This is light cream, para cocinar, light cream for cooking. So I've made some effort. I love cream. Me gusta mucho la nata, pero por lo menos tomo nata ligera, light cream. Me gusta mucho. Otra cosa de dairy, if you like, que me gusta son los huevos. So, el huevo singular, los huevos plural, y cuidado con los huevos, porque en español los huevos son también cosa de hombre. So they're also those things that belong to men. Los huevos, so you've got to be a little bit careful with huevos. And funnily enough, they're in a lot of expressions, so it's like, lo tengo hasta los huevos, I'm really sick of something, or so quite often, or they say, tiene, que huevos tiene. No, that's cojones. Que cojones tienen. Yeah, when you say someone's got balls, it's more cojones. Yeah, pero huevos también. Pueden ser cojones, but it's not really rude, it's rude, but it's not a terrible word to say, so, it's quite funny word to say. So, número 17, huevos, los huevos, or el huevo, singular. Okay, now then, the next thing is something that we always have normally. Well, eso es número 18, algo que casi siempre tenemos en casa los británicos, que es té. El té, muy importante, y se escribe té con acento en la E, es el té. Los españoles no beben té, no este tipo de té. Beben té de manzanilla, infusiones, they call them. They drink those little infusions and things, pero té inglés no es normal para un español para beber con leche. Té con leche, muy poco. Pero claro, para nosotros es importante. Para mí, por la mañana bebo café, pero por el día, por la tarde, claro, té. So, eso número 18, té. 19, now it's funny, esto es aceite de oliva, ¿ya? Aceite de oliva. Olive oil. Now, I think most of us, British people, la mayoría, han probado aceite de oliva now. I've tried olive oil now. But when I was doing the video for the Spanish, it occurred to me, my mum and dad never, ever would have tried olive oil. Be that foreign rubbish anyway, as far as my dad was concerned. He was typical Mancunian, sort of a bit of a caveman. But, it's a product of his time, as we all are. But now, of course, it's a different, and this has been a good thing about the European Union, one of the many, but perhaps, that we experiment much more with different foods, etc. I hope that continues. I'm sure it will. But I personally am not a Brexiteer. I hate Brexit, and I'm sorry if it offends you, because we've all got our own opinions. But hopefully it'll all be okay in the end. But anyway, bueno, no quiero hablar de políticos ahora. Okay, so olive oil, yeah, lovely. The taste is fantastic. You can tell the difference, can't you? It's just got that beautiful taste, and you can be very expensive. You can get mine's a spa one, but it's lovely actually. But you can get really expensive types of olive oil. It's a big thing in Spain. Oh, and I just wanted to mention, just going back, because I forgot to mention it, when I did the mantequilla. Spanish people don't really use mantequilla on sandwiches and things like that, or toast. They'll use oil more. So, bread and butter is not just doesn't happen in Spain. It would be bread and alioli, possibly, or bread and something else to dip in, maybe olive oil even, but rare for them to put mantequilla on bread. I don't know what they use mantequilla for, baking probably, and things like that. But yeah, it's not something that they put on bread. Generally, I'm sure there are some Spanish people that do. Okay, número 20. Sí. Tengo aquí una fresa. Fresas, strawberries. So nice in Spain. All the food is nice in Spain. En España, la comida es especial. Es muy diferente de Reino Unido. It's always fresh, it's always lovely, and of course that's another thing about Europe. But anyway, let's not go into that. People complain about regulations, but the regulations are for you, so you have lovely food to eat. But yeah, look at that. I mean, that is beautiful. And this is, cuando hago este video, es 2 de febrero. 2nd of February, got beautiful strawberry, like that. So that's fresa, la fresa, strawberry. Otra cosa que es bueno para postre es yogur. Now, esto es yogur griego, porque eso es mi favorito y también tiene chocolate. Pero claro, puedes comprar yogures más sanos. You can get healthier yogurts. I don't think this is unhealthy, but yeah. And in verano, como más yogur que en invierno. I always eat more yogurt in the summer. En invierno no me gusta comida fría. I don't like cold food in winter, so I'm probably a bit healthier in the summer than I am in the winter. I don't know. But sí, eso es el yogur. Oh, hay otra cosa es que son miles para elegir aquí, thousands to choose, and they are so good quality. I think even si vas a un supermercado y compras el yogur del supermercado or el aceite del supermercado, even when you're buying the supermarket's own brands, normally very creamy, muy cremoso, muy bien. Los yogures y son muy populares. Los españoles comen muchísimos yogures. Vale, so eso es número 21, yogur. Okay, número 22. So we're getting to the really good stuff now at the end. As you may notice, you know, these are my staple diets. So I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but not the unhealthiest either. So, you know, bueno. Así soy. Así soy yo. This is how I am. No puedes ir de compras sin comprar chocolate. You cannot go shopping without buying chocolate. Número 22. Chocolate. So this is a nice word because it's spelled exactly the same as in English, just pronounced differently because we pronounce all the syllables. Chocolate, not chocolate. So cada suena cada vocal. Every vowel is sounded. Another thing, maybe to be a little bit careful of, is chocolate can also be marijuana. So you know the one that looks like an oxo cube. Not that I'm a particular expert. Well, I'm a little bit of an expert on marijuana, but we won't go into that story right here now. That I will tell that story one day, but not just quite yet. I'm not ready for it quite yet. But chocolate. So it is chocolate, but there is a double meaning. It can be the block marijuana chocolate. And last but not least, so último pero no menos. I made that up, by the way, so please don't think that's the proper way of saying last but not least in Spanish. Es especialmente ahora en estos días de confinamiento y COVID y no podemos salir con los amigos y tal, muy importante es el vino. El vino es muy importante. Entonces, mi favorito es rosado, vino rosado. A veces bebo vino blanco, poco, pero y a veces bebo vino tinto, porque en invierno me gusta el vino tinto. Sometimes in winter I quite like a red wine, but mi favorito todo el año, all year round, is rosé wine o vino rosado. Y eso es número 23, vino rosado. También, como, si tú miras este canal, tú sabrás que a mí me gusta también cava. Y buenas noticias. So if you watch this channel often, you'll know that I do quite like carving. I quite like every now and again to do a video with carving if there's something to celebrate, like a Saturday night or Christmas or algo así. And the good news is el día 14 de febrero, the 14th of February, es el día de San Valentín, is St. Valentine's Day. And eso para mí es una excusa para hacer un video con cava. And this for me is an excuse to do a video with cover. Y normalmente pongo fresa en la cava también. So look out for that. There'll be a special video for Valentine's Day, talking the language of love in Spanish, and just wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, and that's it. So muchas gracias por mirar. Thank you so much for watching. Ahora tengo muchos suscriptores. I have a lot of subscribers now. I'm very humble, to be honest, and I'm so happy that you choose to watch these videos. I hope you're finding them helpful. If you do, please, as usual, give me a thumbs up. The thumbs up is very important. That's a free way that you can help me along with my channel. The same with subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, it's completely free. It just helps me out ever so much, and it doesn't cost anything. If you do want to support my channel a little bit financially, you can buy me a coffee. Just, you know, it just helps keep things ticking over in these difficult times, and means that I can continue with the videos. I'm also looking for sponsors. If you think your business or product or service could benefit for being shouted out on my channel, and not only on my channel, but it will be distributed through all my social media. And I can do that for one video for just 30 euros. So maybe, why not try it and see if it works, and then you can decide whether it's worth doing other videos. But anyway, so ya está. Que tu Dios vaya contigo y te veo en el próximo video. Muchas gracias. Cuídate. Hasta luego.